So you must have seen the title that you will regret if you don't do this in your young age, especially in your 20s and 30s. And this is something that which is highly underrated, especially in our Indian education system, because we don't talk much about it. And I have done this for a past year now, and I feel there's a huge need and importance of spreading this information among the young people so that they understand the importance and value of it. And that is nothing but investing your money or savings or part of your savings in stocks. And trust me, in this video, I'll try to explain that in a very simple term. And many people think it is a rocket science. So in this video, I'll try to explain all that in a very simple terms. And I'll tell you how to invest in a easy, gamified, a simple way. So let's roll into the video. So I will divide this video into few parts. So firstly, I would like to clear the misconceptions about investing in stocks. So people think that if you want to invest in stocks, you have to be highly intelligent, you have to read a lot, you have to know the company, how the company is doing. Basically you need a lot of information is what people think about. It is not actually true, especially if you're a beginner. I'll tell you about that in the end of the video. So just know that it is not complex, it is not hard to invest money at all. And second misconception is that it is hard to buy. That is the payment process, that you have to go somewhere, book it and buy it. No, nowadays you have an app, you just open the app, you click on the buy button, and you buy the stocks. That's it. So these are the few misconceptions, and now we will move into the actual video of understanding the stocks. So now let's talk about buying and selling of shares. So let's say there is a company A. Now this company has founders and co-founders, right? Now these people are the owners of the company. They own the company. At some point of the time, they sell a part of their company to the public in forms of shares. Now let's say this company gives 100 shares for the public. Now public can give money to the company and buy shares from them. Now if I have a share, I become a partner of the company. Now since I have just a small amount of share, I become a small partner of that company. Now I buy that shares for 10 rupees. Let's say for 10 rupees, I keep it with myself for a month or for 6 months or a year, depending on my need. And the prices of that shares keep changing depending on some factor, which we will talk about in the next part. So when I'm buying, that the price is 10 rupees. So I buy that share at 10 rupees and I keep it with myself. And at some point of the time, I feel like selling it to some other person. So now I see the price of the stock in the company's list. Now the price is 20 rupees. So now I sell that one stock to someone else who wants to buy at 20 rupees. Now I bought at 10 rupees and I sold at 20 rupees. So I made a profit of 10 rupees with just one share. So this is the basics of buying and selling. And now we'll see how the prices of these stocks keep changing. Now let's say there are 10 people who have 10 shares with them. So there are 10 people and total of 10 shares. And from these 10 people, 3 people want to sell their shares and 7 people want to buy shares. So we have an order of 7 shares for buying and just 3 orders for selling. Now since buying order is more and there are few people to sell, the price of the stock will increase because the demand is high. Now the other example is, if 10 people wants to sell and just 1 people wants to buy, the prices will drop because the demand is low and the supply is high. So the price will decrease. So this is how the value, the money, the price of the stocks keep changing depending on the factors. So this is how the prices of stocks keep changing, and this mainly depends on the factor like the company's status, the events going in the company, the things ongoing in the company, the budget, the economic factors and stuffs. So now let's come to the main part, which I have told you in the title that you will regret if you don't invest. I'll tell you why. So as of now in India, only 3.7 percentage, approximately 3.7 percentage of people are investing in stocks. So let's say you enter into stock market and you buy a share of a company which is popular. I will not suggest you the share in this video. So let's say there's a popular company and you invest a small decent amount of money in some popular company without any knowledge as a beginner, so you don't have to research much, and you just invest in the company because you know that company is a big company, and so you invest it. Now, as a matter of fact, every year millions of people enter into stock market, and as a beginner, all the beginners would like to invest in some good companies, right? So let's say you are investing in a company called A, and you are holding that stock for 1 year or 5 years, or let's say 10 years, for a long period of time. Now every year there are more people coming into stock market, and when these people enter into stock market, they would like to buy this popular company's stock, so the demand is increasing over the years. Now in the previous part, as I told you, if the demand increases, the price will increase. So by default, the price of the company, the popular company that you bought, is bound to increase. So if you want to understand in a more complex way, this is called inflation. You just Google it out. You will understand what inflation is. So if we compare in from the previous year to now, it is just increasing. So this is why I told you, if you start late, you will regret. Nevertheless, now if you have watched this video, you must start investing. And in the next part, I will tell you how easy it is to invest, and I'll tell you the procedure for that. So, if you want to invest, the first step is you need to have a bank account, obviously, and a PAN card number. So you can just register. So you can just register if you are 18 years old, and you will get all these cards. Now you open an app called Zerodha. In Play Store, it is called Kite. So you just have to open that app. It will ask you to register. It is India's number one app for stock market. So you install that, and it will ask you to create a demat account. You can do it directly from your mobile phone itself. You just have to give whatever details they ask. Very simple. Just cancel bank check, bank statement, and your PAN card details. A very simple step to do that, and in a day or two your demat account will be ready. And for buying and selling stocks, so once you open that account, once you open that app, so you just go to the app, you type the company's name, you click on that, you see the price, and you just click on the buy button. That's all. That's how simple it is to buy stocks. So you buy it and you hold that stock, you keep that stock, don't sell it, don't get affected if the price goes down or up. Hold it for at least 1 year or 2 year, as much as you can, because as I told you, as the demand increases, the price of the stock will increase, and so as the days goes by, more people will enter into stock, and the demand of the popular stock will increase. So I hope that you will invest from today. So I'll give you the link in the description. Go open that app and register for yourself. And if you have any doubt, comment down below. And before ending this video, let me give you some inspiration by telling you the stories of people who cracked the jackpot, who became multi-millionaires or even billionaires from the stock market. So in this video I was mainly focusing on Indian stock market. So I'll tell you examples from that. So I'll tell you a story which I heard few years back. I don't remember the exact story. I'll just give you a brief about it. So there was a person in some village, and his father had passed away. So they had sell the land of his father so that they can split the money among the brothers. Now one of that brother, I forgot his name actually. So he got a amount of 10,000 back in 90s, and during that time it happened that a stockbroker, he met with a stockbroker, and that stockbroker suggested that there is a popular company called Infosys. You invest in that company, it will give you a good returns. So blindly what that person did is he just listened to that stockbroker and invested that money in Infosys company, and he bought shares. Now he bought the shares and kept that shares for many years, and now the value of Infosys is somewhere else. He became a multi-millionaire from that incident, and he's still a multi-millionaire, a crorepati. So that was one of the story that I heard, and there are many people who have become multimillionaires and billionaires from stock market, and definitely the reason for that is they invested in good companies and they hold the stock for years and years. And before ending this video, I like to give you few disclaimers of stock market. So first of all, it is a risky thing. uh, you have to research at least a little bit just to know if the company is good or bad. And the things I told you in this video is mainly focused for beginners who don't want to get involved in much, who don't want to see the charts and get confused with all that. So even as a beginner, I would suggest you to learn basics of that. But first start or create a demand account and start investing at least few thousand rupees, 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, a very little amount, so that you get some idea and then learn some basics of that. And basically there are two types of thing, that is two types of investing, that is intraday and long term. Intraday is people buy today and sell today. That is a very risky thing. So my personal suggestion would be invest some money in good companies and hold that shares for long. Don't sell it, sell after few years. So if you invest a lot of money, you would have to pay tax. So you can check it out with your CA or someone who is involved in tax stuff. So you don't have to you don't have to think too much about that. So I hope that this video brought some value to you. And as the title says, if you don't do this, you'll regret it. I still mean it. If you don't start investing now, you will regret 5 years later. So that's it for today, guys. So if you like this video, subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and family so that they don't regret it 5 years from now. And see you in the next video.